Well, this will be a short one because, one, you know what it is because you've seen the title card, and two, there's probably not really a lot to say about it, so let's just get straight into it, shall we? And have a look at what's new in the vault.
What's new in the vault?
Here it is. It's the Star Wars Black Series number 12, A New Hope, Sandtrooper. At last, they've given me a Sandtrooper. Well, not just me. Obviously, that would be a bit silly to assume that. But they've given everyone a Sandtrooper. We've not had a Sandtrooper since the Black Series first started, way back when whatever year it was. No idea, can't remember. So it's nice to finally have it in this updated mould, which is what I've been waiting for a while since they did the update. Was it 2020? Was it when that updated mould came out? I'm not too sure. It was around about then anyway. And since that new mould, I was like, yeah, I just want a Sandtrooper now. Get a Sandtrooper, and that's it. I'm done. I can walk away from Black Series. That's the plan. Yeah. I might be talked back into it if they do decide to finish off Task Force 99, Scar Squadron, but I don't think they will. I just get this feeling that they're not going to do it. They could do it, and I think that they could use the molds, or like the base molds, if you will, from the Bad Batch, because Task Force 99 is pretty similar to the Bad Batch anyway, so I think there's a chance there that they could do it, but if not, it's probably going to have to be new moulding, and I'm not hopeful. But, never say never. If they do it, I'll come out of a Black Series retirement, shall we call it. But if not, then, yeah, this is it. I'm done with them. So the box, bit of artwork there, window with the figure, a bit of window and a stripe, a little bit of a readout, and another picture there. Some bump at the bottom, more bump at the bottom, nothing at the top, a little hooky thing there to hold it with, and that's about it. And they've changed the style of box again, so that means people who want like a nice display of boxes, the figures in the box, it's all going to be higgledy-piggledy. This is pretty much going back to like the original style of boxes, and then they changed it to that angular style, and then they did it to the plastic-free packaging that, that worked well, didn't it? And then now we're back to this squarish, but they've kept the artwork style at the side here. So I do suppose that if you have them lined up on a shelf like that, they may still fit and run in, because I think they're still the same proportions height and width wise. It's just that they've not got the curvy bit here, or the slanty bit, should I say. But anyway, enough waffle. Just have a little drink in my Stormtrooper cup. There we go, and let's get him open, shall we? And there we go. Bigger plastic tray, box empty, usual kind of whatever it is. What's it say? Warning, choking hazard. Don't be an idiot and try to chew it or put it in your mouth or insert it anywhere else. Useless. And then there's an inner sleeve here in the box. Is it going to come out? Yes, it's going to come out. And it's got a bit of a... That's a nice little touch. It's got like a little bit of a washed out image there of the of a few Sandtroopers and a dewback and whatever that ship is. The name escapes me. If I did even know that, I don't even care. It's an Imperial shuttle kind of Tidarium looking thing or whatever. But yeah,
it's a Sentinel class shuttle.
So that's, I suppose that's all right. I suppose way up the top of the box, so then when it's in the box, you can't actually see it anyway. Yeah, excellent. Let's shove that over there. There it is, plasticky bit. Let's get him out. Noisy, noisy. And this one out. Bit of tape. Shove that over there. Another drink. Slurpy slurp. Nice. Right. Figure. Pop you there. Accessories. The backpack. I like. It's a bit rubbery. There's a chunkiness to it. Is it modular? Oh! Now then. There's a tasty little feature. Does the bottom one pop out? That top one's popped out. I wonder if this bottom one will or not. Yes, it does. Oh, now then. I think it's probably just a product of the manufacturing. I don't think it means anything. But it would be nice to think that maybe Hasbro going to release another variant of the Sandtrooper with a different backpack, so then you can swap and mix and match and stuff like that. That would be nice. I think, yeah, I'd be on board for that. I mean, you could put that up there like that, but it doesn't make much sense because it's got the canisters hanging down, doesn't it? But yeah, it pops out. Does that pop off at the end? Pop off. It's like missed pop off into. Yes, it does as well. That pops off as well. Modular. I suspect that something else might be coming. I won't say it definitely is because I just don't know. But that's piqued my interest. Now, can we get this bugger back on? Oh yeah, because that slides through there, doesn't it? Get it all back together again, and you see, I wonder if because that just slots on like that, doesn't it? You see, you could have him just sort of like a minimal backpack. He's like, I'm not for the long haul. I'm just sort of like going down to the sandy beach, and then I'm going to come back, and that's my patrol done. Oh, Gary the Stormtrooper. We need more of your adventures, don't we? Did that go in there like that? It did. There we go. So now we've got that back together. There's a peg here. And it plugs into his back. Because there's a hole in his back there. And that plugs in like so. There we go. There we go. Plugged in. On his back. Sandtrooper, ready to go. 2 guns. There's that one, the long one with the canisters on.
It's an RT-97C Heavy Blaster,
which I've never been over keen on. However, I must say I think, and I could be wrong here, and I'm sure that I will be corrected, and rightly so if I've got it wrong. I think that's the first time that we've seen one of those style of guns in the Black Series. If I'm wrong, answers on a postcard, PO Box, blah blah blah, or you can, just let me know if. But I think that's right. I do prefer the other one, either the scoped one that you sometimes see in the games. You'll see the Scout Trooper with. They use it like as a sniper rifle, and then the other one, which I always call it like the blunderbuss one, which is like the really thick nozzle at the end. I know that there were a few of the Sandtroopers that had those, but yeah, there's that gun, and then there's the usual E11. I think it's the E11 blaster, which is nice. It's more period accurate as well because it doesn't have the attached torch thing at the side like what they do, like the Remnant Stormtroopers have in The Mandalorian. And I think also, did they give them those? I don't know if it was in the movies, but I think on the toys, the Rogue One, like the Jeddah Stormtrooper, I think that's got the E11 with the torch at the side. But I know the Artillery Stormtrooper, that has the one with the torch on the side, and the Remnant one does. But anyway, the plastic guns, there we go. Pew pews. And they fit in the hand as per usual, as per normal with your Stormtrooper, like that. And that's that one. And then this one. I don't like this. I think probably the main reason I don't like this one is because it's not so much the canister things here, it's because it doesn't have a stock. It's literally like someone's just got a pistol and thought, right, oh no, we're gonna just ram a big huge tube on it, and then that can be pew pew. So yeah, there we go. Which way does the hands swivel on this? Are they up and down hinge or the side to side? No, they're an up and down hinge, but I don't think the fist doesn't really come out that much to tilt down enough. I don't think. Yeah, I've done it probably as far as I can get it there. I don't know. I don't suppose that's so bad. That's not so bad, I suppose. Let's get his hand on there like that. And there you go. He's ready to go on a bit of a longer patrol because he's got his full backpack on now. So instead of just going to the beach, he can go all the way here to Toshi Station, and then he can come back. Very disgruntled because he's got no power converters. Oh, back here. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's him all kitted out and tooled up. Let's get his weapons out and his backpack off, and I'll just talk a little bit about the actual figure itself. So what's nice is we've got more of a period accurate pauldron on, rather than I haven't got one to hand. I've got a couple of Stormtroopers out to do a comparison with, but I didn't bring over the ones with the pauldrons. The Scar Trooper or Trooper Scar or Sergeant Creel, that's it. He doesn't have a original trilogy pauldron. He has a New Order pauldron, which makes it look shit, basically. And I think the Jedi Trooper has a more... It's not like a rounded, it's angular, so it's got angles on it. So it makes it look more squarish kind of thing. This is more rounded, like say you find in New Hope. And then it also has the ridges at the bottom. It has the pouches, the ammunition pouches on each hip, which I do like. I would have liked to have seen pouch on that side, but this side I would have liked to have seen a holster, so then it could have holstered his E11 there. I don't think to date, I'm just trying to think, has a Black Series been released with a holster? I don't know. The TIE Pilot, I think, has a holster. Yes, it does. TIE Pilot has a holster, but I'm not sure if they've done in this new mold. Anyway, I'm not sure if they've done this new mold where they've done a trooper with the holster. Again, if they have, and I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. That is very nice. Like I mentioned, the hole on the back there, so you can put the backpack in. Now, one thing I did notice. And it's got the instant zoom. Wait for it to. It has got the accurate Sandtrooper knee guard, kneely thing there on his thing. It doesn't have the black band line here at the top of the helmet. Is straight, whereas I know on some of them in the film they're all like a bit misshapen or pushed up, but I don't think that was how they was meant to be. I think it's just a case of that while they were filming, something must have happened and they got knocked out of shape. And then when they started filming, they just didn't bother straightening them out. So I don't think it is a thing. Yeah. Plastic-wise, the plastic does feel different on this than it does to the other Stormtroopers. And I will bring a couple in. So we've got the Remnant here. And then we have Unknown. Excuse me. This was a loose one that I picked up from Cosmic Toys. And I'm not right sure where he's from, because he's quite a very... He's very, very white. He's like a bluey white, sorry. This is the Stormtrooper that is the George... This is the George Lucas Stormtrooper. But I haven't got the George Lucas head on. I've just got... Well, I've actually got the head on from the Death Squad Commander or Death Star, whatever he is, because I liked that, so I took the. So that's the Stormtrooper from the George Lucas one, and the white of the armor and the shininess on the armor, I would say, is spot on. That is just right, what you'd expect from a Stormtrooper that's on the Death Star. This one is, it's very sort of like, it's a bit paler. There seems to be a bit of a blue hue to it, and it just there's something about it just looks a little bit off. my gut feeling tells me that I think this is from the Starkiller pack, you know, the Gale and Marek one, the Force Unleashed. I think that's where that one will be from. But like I said, because I picked it up loose, I've no idea, I've no way of knowing. Well, I do have a way of knowing. I do have the Force Unleashed pack, but I'm not opening it up just to check, you know, whether or not the Stormtrooper matches. And then like I said, then we've got the Remnant Stormtrooper over here, which I'll be honest with you, the Remnant one is still my favourite of the lot. I think that's one that's the most accurate for, you know, if you're going to be like a Death Star scenario. But just generally overall, I still like the Remnant Stormtrooper. I think there's just something that the way that it looks, you know, a bit beat up and battered and things like that. Now I know they're all the same and there's no variance on the paint application for them, but I'm not bothered. I like it. It still looks good. So when you've got them all lined up like this, you can't really tell on the camera here, so I'll have to describe it. The Sandtrooper, the plastic looks cheap, if I'm honest. That's the only way I can suggest. There's no gloss, there's no shine on it like on these two. There's no kind of like a finish feel like what you get on the Remnant. It's almost like a paler version of the Remnant without any lacquer on. So it feels like it's just raw, unfinished plastic that's slightly off-white. It's more of an ivory colour, really, than an off-white or this like a Remnant white kind of thing. And it's got a very unfinished, splodgy. I'm going to say splodgy kind of feel to it. The detail on it isn't very defined. It's quite, you know, if I was to hazard a guess, I would say this is what you get when a mould has been used too much. You know, there's like the mould starts lacking definition. So when you check out like the centre detail, you know, the waist, well, the stomach detail. I don't rub my tummy there. I wonder if I can tap my head. Yes, I can. That's fine. It's different because the Sandtroopers are different, so they have given it a new moulding for the stomach area. But it's still, even though it's a different mould, it still doesn't have the sharpness or crispness that the others do. I'm not saying it to be negative or it's a bad thing. I'm just pointing it out. I'm happy that I've got a Sandtrooper. I will be honest with you, but I think that maybe they could have saved themselves a bit of time and effort and just put the pauldron and the accessories on the Remnant Trooper, and just not, instead of the grey splattering, maybe have done it like a bit of a sandy coloured splattering, because there is like there's an applied dirt wash on this, and it's all right, but again it lacks definition. It's just kind of like a bit of a smudge, you know. It's not real. There's no real clarity to it. So yeah, those are the figures. So I would say best. Sorry. Yeah, I'd say best. Besterer, and best. East? I don't know. I'd put them in that order. That's the order that I'd go in. So, you know, we've got a third place for the Sandtrooper. But like I say, I'm just happy that we've got one. And it goes well in the ranks of Stormtroopers. Stormtrooper, my lord. Stormtrooper. Let's get him tooled up again. Just for a final look out. There we go. So, yeah. A Hasbro Black Series Sandtrooper. Not quite first place, but not last. He's just there. If you like Stormtroopers, yeah, why wouldn't you want him? He's not as defined and as nice as the others, But we could put that down to that he's on Tatooine. He's having a bit of an hard time on Tatooine. His uniform's taking a bit of a battering, and it just is. So there we go. Told you it wasn't going to be long. Is it long? No, it's 20 minutes or give or take. There you go. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to shut up now. I'll see you whenever I see you next. Bye for now.
What's new in the vault?